You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different, man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro, don't waste your time no more.
Hey, thanks for joining me and welcome back to the KENDOMIK information service. First and foremostly, hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. It means the absolute world to me, and I hope you're all keeping safe and well. Now, the topic of today's video. I'm going to reiterate exactly how KENDOMIK is now currently. The way that he has changed into this bitter, twisted man. Now, don't get me wrong, KENDOMIK never used to really be like that. KENDOMIK, back in the day when he first started, was quite a wholesome YouTuber. You know, his videos were absolutely entertaining. And back in the day, you could quite easily, as I found out, because you all know, I used to be a subscriber of KENDOMIK back in the day when he first started, maybe 6, maybe 7 years ago. I know he started before that, but that was around about the time that I actually was a subscriber of his and I had interactions with him. Now, when I say interactions, yes, I was a subscriber of his 100%, and I also followed him on Facebook as well. More fool me. But anyway, we'll get into that in a few moments. Now, one of the biggest things that grabbed me back in the day when KENDOMIK was a little bit more friendly, a little bit more approachable, he responded to comments on his YouTube channel. You know, they were friendly responses. You know, he even sent me a happy birthday message for one of my birthdays. Now, me, maybe being a little bit younger, maybe being a little bit more naive and thinking, hey, this YouTuber has taken the time to actually send me a birthday message. Well, more fool me, we all know now what KENDOMIK is exactly like, and we are going to touch on that a little bit later on in the video. So when Ken first started his YouTube channel, it was on the back of support from his students at school. They really were pushing him to become a YouTuber and to become a creator. And some of the early content that Ken put together, yeah, there were little comedy videos here and there, little skits, little sketches and so on and so forth. And he really thought he was actually getting into something really interesting that he was interested in, as he is a supposed photographer and videographer, as he was at the on the York School and obviously the York School Board as well. But as times have changed, Ken seems to have become this bitter, twisted person, and we all know why he's become this bitter, twisted individual. And again, I want to break it down because this needs to be put out there. The message needs to be put out there of the way that KENDOMIK is. It needs to stop. It really does need to stop. Back in the day, KENDOMIK started his YouTube channel. And then he started to get noticed. And one of the first things that he actually did was a TV commercial. It was for a supermarket in Canada. It was him looking all joyful, running about the store, collecting items from the store into his shopping basket. And then from that, Ken did one or two other commercials. I think the other one, I believe, was for a NFL commercial. I may be wrong, it may even been a basketball commercial, but it was definitely sports related. Now for Ken, thinking that he was getting that sort of work, it would evolve, it would open avenues to different levels, different paths on his YouTube career. But as we all know, the way that KENDOMIK has evolved is into this sickly, twisted individual that cares no more than if he's getting paid. If he's getting that YouTube royalty. Because, as we all know, when he first started, yes, he was getting recognised. Yes, there were collaborations. The Canadian Stub Muffin, for example, has released a video, a fantastic video that it is, and it's fantastically produced on the KDRC channel. Larry, that is a fantastic video, and I 100% applaud you on that. Great content and great video. Of how KENDOMIK, in the early days, used to be approachable, successful, and wholesome. And people, that's the image that KENDOMIK still believes that he is portraying. But how can you go from being wholesome? Now here's another example that one of my subscribers has kindly brought to my attention. I'm not going to obviously name any names, but you know who you are, and the reasons why I'm not naming any names is so you don't get hit with any stock accounts giving you shit. I don't mind taking the shit. I find it hilarious because 9 times out of 10 it's Ken, but I certainly don't want you to be hit with any negativity. This subscriber of mine back in the day, very similar situation to myself, he reached out to Ken and he sent or tried to call Ken over the internet. Ken, of course, didn't respond, ended the call, and then sent this subscriber of mine a message saying, please don't message me again, please don't call me again, have a nice life. Well, Ken, what you need to understand, which I'm surprised you haven't done by now, is if you are in the public eye, if you are in the public domain, be that on YouTube or whatever sort of career on social media that you put out there, people want to and will want to interact with you, dependent on any level. Be that email, be that on social media, you've got Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter. These people want and will want to interact with you, to get a connection with you, because they feel if they're getting a connection with you, you are more human, you are more homely. They want to connect with that YouTuber, that so-called celebrity. As a comment on from a stock account on my account mentions about celebrities and live streams, I will come on to that in a moment. But the way that Ken portrays himself, yes, he wants all the lashings and all the gains and all the rewards of being this so-called celebrity. He wants the fame, he wants the fortune, but he doesn't want to work for it. Well, I'm sorry, Ken, in life, if you want something that bad, you've got to fucking work for it. It isn't going to come to you for free. Now, mentioning live streams, as we all know, Ken has done an absolute ton of live streams. Now, one comment recently on my channel, on one of my videos, where I was mentioning about how Ken should start his OnlyFans account. Now, one of the comments on there was mentioned that how I'd mentioned that Ken wasn't getting very many subscribers to view his live stream, and how if he's got nearly 600,000 subscribers, why is he only getting between 100 and 120 to 130 subscribers viewing? Now, this comment that was left was absolutely fucking hilarious. the sock account was claiming that KENDOMIK as a celebrity was like other celebrities and they're only going to get a few thousand views on their live streams. Well, I'm sorry, but unless the algorithm is completely fucked up somewhere, Ken has never had more than, I would say, maybe 200 people on a live stream. You know, maybe 210 maximum. You're not telling me that if every one of those subscribers of his are genuine, 100% genuine and legitimate, that he wouldn't get at least 1,000+ views on one of his live streams. Something clearly isn't quite right. And it's clear to see. Ken has changed from this wholesome, well, he believed, I don't believe he's wholesome, never has been, never will be, this portrayal of being a wholesome guy, this all-Canadian guy, into something that is clearly disturbing. And I wonder if you'll agree with me on this. There seems to be now a darker side to Ken. And I can't quite put my finger on it. Is that the bitterness coming through? Is that the hatred? Because he's on more than one occasion and to more than one channel in the KENDOMIK community, reaction channels, he's claimed that we are jealous. What are we actually jealous of, Ken? How can anyone be jealous of failure? How can anyone be jealous of someone that lies, that is deceitful, that cons his subscribers, that blatantly lies with statements of poverty, when that is clearly not the case? Take, for example, KENDOMIK's Patreon page. Now, if you go onto KENDOMIK's Patreon page, the first thing you'll see is that wonderful picture of Ken and Carol. How wonderful and wholesome does that look? But that draws you in. That draws the unsuspected eye in, thinking, well, actually, this channel looks good. This channel looks wholesome. When clearly it's not. We all know how KENDOMIK is and how KENDOMIK acts and is in real life. We know how twisted and bitter he really is and how he can be. Now, what I'm going to do for you is I'm actually going to read out the statement that Ken actually makes on his Patreon. I'll break it down. I'm not going to read it word for word because it's that very long statement, but I'm just going to give you the actual gist of it. Okay, so starting off, hello, we are Ken and Carol from KBD Productions TV. Now, that's changed because for so many years it was just Ken, but bringing in Carol makes it sound wholesome, makes it sound more for family viewing. AKA KBD Productions, KENDOMIK's Life. I've never heard of that, have you? Welcome to our Patreon page. Then he starts by giving you the spiel. You know, like a salesman, like a con artist. I've been a YouTuber for 13 years. 3 years part-time, 10 years full-time. With all my hard work. Fuck off! You've never worked a fucking hard day in your life. Don't talk to me about fucking hard work. You're telling me you've put hard work into it. Absolute bullshit, mate. Absolute bullshit. I know people that work fucking 40-hour, 45-hour, 50-hour weeks. And they fucking graft. They come home and they're knackered. They are fucked. They do high-level jobs. I'm talking NHS, okay? I'm talking military. Not going to go into it, but there we go. I'm giving an example of people that do fucking hard work, Ken. So, let me continue on that. And continued support from my followers, who now have more than 612,000 subscribers across my 2 channels. Sorry, have I slipped into some other altered dimension now, Ken? 612,000 subscribers. We can only get 100 and 110, 115 fucking subscribers on a live stream. Don't make me laugh. It's incredibly exciting, but it was not achieved without difficulty. Difficulty. You don't know fucking difficulty. You don't know about fucking life struggles, about people having to live on the breadline, barely getting by. And I'll come on to barely getting by in a second. Okay. So he goes on about how he wants to, a YouTuber of my status makes just enough to get by in life. KENDOMIK is barely getting by in life, people. He's barely getting by. Well, Ken, if you're barely getting by, let's top this up, shall we? Let's put this into perspective. You know, you've got Rusty. Okay. You've got the 2 Tiguan's. Okay. You've got the fucking Mercedes Sprinter van. Okay. You go on holiday to fucking Cuba. Okay. You've got a 7 grand fucking iMac. Okay. You both got iPhones. Okay. You've got top of the range fucking AirPods for Apple AirPods as well. You know, don't talk bullshit to me about how you are barely getting by. Because you know what, Domik, it doesn't fucking wash with me. So let's continue. Let's just quickly briefly break this down. It goes, your pledge will support new travel vlogs, trying new food from around the world. Now, KENDOMIK has claimed that he will only eat food that he likes. So again, that statement is lies and bullshit. Complete lies. And he wants to upgrade new equipment to improve the quality of my videos. Well, if these Patreon members are paying Ken whatever they want to pay him, the quality of the videos has gone to the fucking dogs, mate. It is literally below par. Really, really shit. And Ken goes on, as thanks for your support, all who donate will start with the following: access to patron-only content, connect with other patrons. You'll have influence in choosing the content that polls are being created in the future. Now, again, that completely contradicts that statement, or Ken completely contradicts himself there. When he says you'll have an input on what actually happens. How many times do I, KDRC, KDDE bring to your attention that Ken doesn't want to have connections with his subscribers. He doesn't want feedback. The only reason he's put that statement on his Patreon is so he can get the dumbasses that believe this bullshit to give him money. You know, thank you, he goes on. Thank you very much for taking the time to check out my Patreon page. Ken Domik, you are an absolute disgrace. You know, that is so sickly. That is so narcissistic. You know, I mean, looking at the amounts here, $1 or £1 actually per month helps create travel vlogs, food review content, and we thank you for that. Then it's going, oh, have your name in the credits for £5. You know, I mean, what, to have your name, just fucking scroll up at the end of a video, he wants £5 English for that. And then it goes up, £8 per month, a social media follow. Well, so you want me, or well, I'm certainly not going to do it, but you want people to pay you to follow them. Who in the right mind? And again, you're contradicting yourself here, because back in the day, you sent me a birthday message, and that was for free. How times have changed, Ken. How times have changed. And I really could go on about the Patreon thing, but I just wanted to give you a gist and a flavour of my views on that. Ken has become more and more erratic, as we've seen, certainly in my eye and my view, over the last 12 months. There's been a massive decline, a massive dip, especially over the last 2 months, of his viewing figures, because Ken doesn't know if he's coming or going. He's doing cooking reviews with Paul. He's doing more drive-through videos, and then he throws into the mix his travels with Carol. You can't create a new brand for your channel, Ken, being this travel life bullshit that you keep going on about. You need to stick with either one or the other. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. You've known for long enough that your channel is dying. You are the reason for that, Ken. No one else has damaged your career on your channel the way that you have. And only you are to blame for that. You can never resurrect your YouTube channel now, certainly to the status and the level that it was before. No one wants to collaborate with you. No one wants to sponsor you. Speaking of that, actually, let me retract that statement. You know, you're hoping with the Blue Yeti and all these new electrical devices that these companies will start to sponsor you again. Well, I'm sorry, Ken. With the content that the reaction community is putting out there, they will not go near you in a million years. And that's all your fault, Ken. You've blown it. Your time has come. Walk away before you do any more damage. And I'll be honest with you, and I'll be frank with you. Your health must be seriously taking a toll. Speaking of health, actually, Ken, I want to ask you a question. Why on your last live stream, members live stream, when you weren't drinking, you were sat there eating a fucking green salad, what gives you the right to preach to people about dieting? Are you medically trained, Ken? Have you been to university to earn a degree in that field? Because if you haven't, you need to shut the fuck up, because what you're doing there can seriously damage someone's health. They are potentially going to be influenced by your suggestions. How do you think giving someone health advice with everything that you do? And it's fucking laughable, because the day, or a few hours after you did that live stream, you put up your latest fucking Burger King video. Oh look, Ken's back to eating fucking fast food again. You can't make this fucking shit up, people. You really can't. So, if you're out there, all your soccer counts, and all your KENDOMIK fans, if you really want to take the advice of someone that's abused their body with fast food, alcohol, and potentially other substances for years, you go right ahead. You go right ahead. But don't coming back and crying to fucking us when it all goes horribly wrong. Guys, thank you so much for watching today. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'd like to get, as I say, to 500 subscribers by the end of this year. And I can only do that with your help, and you guys make it possible. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for staying with me to the end, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.